Effie, I can't believe you would do such a thing. How could you lie to my sister just so you won't have to take care of our baby? Did you really have to go that far?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't you dare try and act ignorant here. You left Cindy with Diana, didn't you? She's just 2 weeks old. Why would you do that? Newborn babies are to be handled with love and care. You know that.
Honey, it seems there's a mix-up somewhere. I didn't take Cindy anywhere.
Don't lie to me, okay? I'm disappointed that you'll put the life of our newborn baby in danger just so you can hang around and do nothing. She's too young for you to leave her alone. Lying to my sister that you're sick? That's despicable.
Just stop with all this, okay? I'm innocent of whatever it is you're accusing me of. Cindy has never left the house since she was born. You know that very well. The only place I've taken her is to the hospital.
More lies! I know she's with Diana right now. You've been exposed, so just give up already.
Doug, Cindy is not with Diana. She's right here with me. Matter of fact, she's sleeping right in front of me.
What? That's a lie.
Fine. Give me a minute. I'll take a picture of her and send it to you. Can you see her now? You can look at the timestamp if you're not convinced.
Hold on, Cindy's really with you?
Of course. Who else will she be with?
I thought she was with Diana.
I can't believe this. How could you think I'll do such a thing when I'm perfectly fine? You came in guns blazing, shooting off accusations, and didn't even give me a chance to explain myself. You should know me better, Doug. I'm disappointed in you.
You're disappointed? Well, now you know how it feels. This is the exact way I felt last week when you accused me of cheating and refused to believe me.
What? How can you bring that up now? You know they're two different things.
Not really. You believed I cheated no matter what I said. I've been trying to convince you, but you don't even want to talk about it anymore. Why won't you just believe that I'll never hurt you like that?
Please, can we not do this now? We have more pressing matters, like why you believed Cindy was with Diana.
Diana told me herself. She called me over an hour ago asking that we hire a nanny because taking care of Cindy on her own was beginning to affect her work. She believes you're sick and in the hospital. She really wants to help, but taking care of Cindy is too much for her. She even offered to pay half the nanny's fees.
None of these make sense. I never told her I was sick and I never gave Cindy to her.
Are you saying she's lying?
If she was lying, it wouldn't be so bad. But if she was saying the truth, then she's with a baby she believes to be Cindy. I have to talk to her right now, Doug. I need to find out what is really going on here. Diana, I've been calling your line for over an hour, but you've not been answering. Is everything okay?
Hi. Everything is fine. I was in a Zoom meeting and couldn't answer your call. I only just managed to get Cindy to sleep, so I wanted to use the free time to catch up on work. Effie, is this about me calling Doug? I'm sorry about it, considering everything you're going through. But this is just too much for me to handle. Mom would have loved to help, but she's too busy with her volunteering obligations. I had no choice but to ask Doug. We can get a nanny to take care of Cindy until you're out of the hospital. I'll even foot half of the fees. I don't mind.
I'm not sick, Diana. I'm not even at the hospital.
What? What do you mean?
Do you really have a baby there with you?
Of course I do. I'm with Cindy. I've been taking care of her since you got admitted to the hospital 3 days ago.
Diana, that's not possible. Cindy is right here with me. She's never left my side since she was born. There's no way the baby you're with is Cindy.
What? Is this a joke or what? Please, I don't like this.
I don't recall ever telling you I was sick.
It wasn't you, it was Dad. He was the one that handed the baby to me. He told me complications from the delivery arose after you were discharged. You had to be rushed to the hospital to save your life. He told me not to call you or Doug because you both wouldn't be able to answer. I've been scared since then, Effie. Everything went so great with the delivery, so I couldn't understand what caused the complications. I even went to the hospital and didn't find you. Dad then told me you were transferred somewhere else. Effie, are you saying that you're okay?
I'm fit as a fiddle. Nothing happened to me and I was never rushed to the hospital. I'm sorry, Diana, but I don't think your father was entirely truthful to you. Cindy is right here, so the baby with you definitely belongs to someone else.
I don't understand. Why would he do something like this?
I don't know. He lied about me and Cindy, and that's so not cool. He made you take care of a baby thinking she was Cindy, and that's just sick. Is he home right now?
No, he went out early this morning. Mom isn't home either.
Doug and I will be coming over soon to get a better grasp of what's happening here.
Okay then, I'll be expecting you.
Hi, Doug? Are you there?
Effie, sorry I had to cut our call so abruptly. I can't take any more calls for now. I can only chat.
No problem. I already told you everything Diana said to me. I really can't understand why your father would do such a thing. Doesn't make sense at all. We really need to clear up the confusion. Can you come with me so things don't get out of hand?
Out of hand? Nah, I'm sure you can handle it perfectly.
Come on, Doug.
You don't need me there. Besides, I'm busy with work and I don't know when I'll be done. Just go. When it's over, you'll tell me all about it.
Work? Is it really because of work you don't want to come with me?
What do you mean?
There's another reason you're refusing to come along. I know it.
You're right. It's not work. You're pissed at me and you no longer trust me. Ever since we started fighting, it seems we lost our chemistry. I know that if you and I go there, it'll only lead to more fights between us, which is something I'm trying to avoid.
Huh? Are you saying that all this is my fault? Do I have to remind you of how exactly you hurt me? You cheated on me while I was heavily pregnant and also soon after I gave birth. You claimed you loved me, yet you didn't hesitate to jump into the bed of another woman.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never cheated on you. I swear it.
So then, explain the female underwear I saw in your wardrobe. What about the contraceptive pills I found in your drawer, huh? You're not a woman, so there's no way you're the one taking those pills. They're not mine either. So what do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know how those things got there. You have to believe me. I love you so much and I'll never hurt you. Why is it so hard for you to believe me?
The evidence is as clear as day. I know how much weight I added due to the pregnancy, and I'm sure that's why you no longer find me attractive. So no. While I carried our child and labored to bring her into the world, you were cheating. Do you even have any idea how painful it is?
You see what I'm always saying? You never believe me. No matter how many times you bring this up, my story will never change. I never cheated on you, and that's a fact. Go on to my parents' house and find out what's happening. You and I will talk later.
As you wish.
No need to wait up for me. I'll be coming home late.
As you wish. You cheat. I knew it. Even with the evidence, you lied to my face. You really have no shame, do you?
Not this again. Thought you went to see Diana.
I'm there right now, and I've seen why you didn't want to come with me to see the baby. That's because it's yours, right?
What do you mean?
Don't lie to me, Doug. The baby is yours. I know it. She's a spitting image of you. I can't believe this.
Is this a joke or something? The only baby I have is Cindy. What is all this you're saying?
You really played me for a fool, Doug. I believed you cheated because of my pregnancy, but after seeing this baby, it's clear that you were cheating even before I got pregnant. How could you do this to me?
No, this is not true. I never cheated on you. And I have no other child except Cindy. You have to believe me.
Huh? Fine. You still want to lie, huh? Let me send you a picture. Can you see her now? Do you see the uncanny resemblance you have to the baby?
See, this is all confusing, but I'm sure there's a perfectly good explanation for it all.
Yeah, I know the explanation. You cheated on me and got your mistress pregnant at the same time I also fell pregnant. Then you used your father to trick Diana into carrying of your baby, thinking you could keep it from me. You had the audacity to pretend to be mad at me when you chatted me up today. You knew everything, yet you lashed at me like I was some foolish girl who didn't know how to care for her own child. I can't believe I fell for another one of your tricks again. I feel so used.
This is getting way out of hand, Effie. Was it my father who told you the baby was mine? Did he tell you I gave him the baby?
No, he's not home. Only your mom and Diana are here. I deduced it all myself. The moment I laid eyes on the baby girl, I knew at once that she was yours. Your secret is exposed, Doug. I'm dealing with your lies no more.
You know what? I'm coming there right now.
What? You said you have work to do.
Yeah, I do. But my marriage is crumbling right now, and I have to do something before I lose it. You and Cindy are more important to me, and I can't lose either of you. So just hang tight there. I'm coming to meet you.
Hi, honey. How are you doing? I woke up this morning and found you had already gone off to work. You didn't wake me with a kiss like you used to. Are you still mad at me? I'm sorry I fell for your father's tricks.
Anyone could have fallen for them. My father gave it a lot of thought, and he would have succeeded if we had not been careful. I'm glad I was there when he came home last night. That way, we were able to get to the bottom of the matter.
Last night was really nerve-wracking. I can't believe your father is capable of doing something like that. The baby belongs to him, but he tried to pass it off as yours. And the great lengths he went to achieve this is really scary. He planted the undies and contraceptive pills in your wardrobe and drawer. He wanted me to find them, knowing that I would suspect you. That was just wicked of him. He planted them when he came to see Cindy. Throughout that day, he was smiling and laughing with us, yet his mind was dark as he plotted to destroy our marriage. I'd never forgive him for this.
You're not the only one who feels that way, honey. I can't even begin to imagine what my mom is going through right now. This betrayal from my father hit her really hard. She never saw it coming. Things just didn't go my father's way at all. His mistress got pregnant, but she didn't want to be a mother. So the moment she gave birth, she dumped the baby with him and ran off. Instead of coming forward with the truth, he tried to pass the baby off as mine and destroy my marriage in the process. This is what made it so painful. Things would never have gotten this bad if he told Mom from the beginning. He took it all too far and it crumbled to dust.
Honey, I'm really sorry I didn't believe you. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Effie, I'm not mad at you. The evidence was pretty convincing, and if I were in your shoes, I might have reacted the same way. I'm just too hurt that no matter the number of times I tried to tell you I didn't do it, you never believed me.
I'm truly sorry. Thinking you cheated dealt a huge blow to my self-esteem. I believed it was because I gained so much weight during pregnancy and you didn't find me attractive, so I didn't even try to hear your side of the story. I love you, Doug, and thank you for staying by my side despite how I acted through it all.
Come on, I've forgiven you already. None of this is your fault. It's all my father's doing. He said that if you believed the child was mine, you'd be willing to take care of it, which was why he concocted such an elaborate scheme. However, he didn't count on Diana getting fed up. If she'd not called me yesterday, his plan would have worked. Thankfully, that's not the case.
Honey, I'm really happy that you and I have made up. I've missed you so much, and I promise to make it up to you today. I'll cook your favorite meal for dinner. We'll be having a great time as a family. Just you, me, and Cindy.
Nice. I can't wait to come back home. I'm also glad the fight is over. It was killing me inside that I was losing you, and there was nothing I could do about it.
I would never distrust your words again. I promise you, from today, you'll have all my trust.
Hi, Effie. I'm sorry I missed your calls earlier this evening. I had to take Mom to the doctor.
What? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. Yesterday was really stressful for her and it affected her health, but she has stabilized now.
My God. I'm still reeling from the shock of everything your father did. How could he do such a thing to your mother? She didn't deserve to be treated that way.
I'm sure he didn't care about all that when he was scheming. I should also apologize to you, though. I should have known at once that the baby wasn't yours. It's just that when I saw the resemblance, it didn't even cross my mind that it was not Cindy. So, I'm sorry.
Come on, there was no way you could have known. Babies all look alike, and what you did was an honest mistake, so don't beat yourself up for it.
I guess you have a point. It's just annoying that my mom has to go through so much because of him. Last night, I learned that this was not the first time she caught him cheating. She promised him that if he did it again, she would leave him. He then swore never to cheat again, but here we are.
I guess that's why he went to such lengths to hide his affair. He knew your mom would never forgive him.
Exactly. She's already kicked him out, and tomorrow I'll go with her to her lawyers so she can file for divorce. She has already spoken to Doug about it, and we're both in support of the move.
I am as well. My father-in-law deserves everything that's coming to him. He didn't care about ruining my marriage, so I don't care what happens to him either.
He has been begging for her since, but my mom is having none of it. She's fed up with his lies and just wants to move on with her life.
That's good. She deserves that much after all he put her through. So, where is he right now?
He went to stay in the house his mistress used to live in before she ran off. I really don't know how he would cope because Mom basically took care of everything for him. He would find it hard to live on his own. Even worse now that he's with a child.
I'm sure he'll figure it out. I'm just glad that this matter has finally been settled and we can all move on with our lives. That's what's most important.
You're right, Effie.
Good night. Good night, Diana. A few months later, the divorce was finalized and my father-in-law was forced to live on his own with his newborn baby. He kept asking for forgiveness, begging to come back into our lives, but we couldn't risk trusting him again after what he did. He remained at his lover's house, and to cater to his needs, he was forced to seek employment. As for the rest of us, we've never been happier and closer. Cindy is crawling now, and she rarely stays in one place. I love my husband dearly, and I'm positive that the future is filled with possibilities. I'm ready to experience it all.
My love, I know you won't like this. Mom's here.
What did she come for this time?
I'm not sure. Does she ever have a good reason for coming around?
I'm so sick of her barging into our home whenever she likes.
Breathe, my love. I'll take care of this, okay?
That would be so awesome. But are you sure you will be able to make her leave?
I'll make sure she leaves today. Of course, I'm always the one making her leave each time she comes around.
Each one of those times I was standing right behind you and giving you moral support.
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what you think it does, which is that you have a soft spot for your mom.
But it doesn't mean that I let her do anything she wants.
I know, and that's one of the reasons I adore you, my darling. You stand up to her to protect our marriage and our home. But your resolve weakens whenever she gets sad and looks like she's on the brink of one of her fake tears.
How am I supposed to know it's a fake tear? It looks pretty real to me.
And that's a weapon she knows she can use to get her way. But whenever I'm around, that doesn't work.
Oh, I think I understand now. You're a woman, so you can't fall for another woman's antics.
It's not really about that. She's not my mom. She's yours. You have an emotional attachment to her that I don't have. So I can act more logically than you can when it comes to her.
You're right, I'm her only son, and ever since Dad passed away a decade ago, she became so reliant on me.
Reliant is a kind word. Try obsessed. She'll practically make you her new husband if she could. The only difference is that you'll sleep in separate rooms.
I wish I could argue that what you just said isn't true, but I know you're correct. Her attachment to me made me so uncomfortable that I chose to attend college in a faraway state so I could get away from her. Yet, I always felt guilty about running away from her like that, so I came home every summer holiday to spend time with her. I think the major mistake I made was settling down in a place that's an hour's train ride away from her. We should have settled down in a place much farther away from here. I'm pretty sure she would have hardly come over. And whenever she wants to, she would have to tell us first or we would invite her.
Hey, it's not your fault. You did your best to establish boundaries since your college days. But she's ignoring all of them.
Exactly. She's my mom. I love her, but she's frustrating me. I got a good job in the city. Was I supposed to turn it down because of her?
Absolutely not. Honestly, her visits wouldn't have bothered me if she wasn't so... I'm struggling to find a word that isn't rude or offensive. If she were nice and easygoing, we wouldn't have a problem with her coming whenever she wants to. But then, 9 out of 10 times, she comes around unannounced and uninvited, and proceeds to nitpick on how we run our own home.
She's always been like that with me. She wants me to do things the way she likes.
You're a grown man, not a child. You shouldn't have to bend to her wishes. Neither of us have to. She even claims that I don't take care of you, as if I were living with a 2-year-old. Whichever way I look at it, it's clear that she wants you to herself.
I love when you say that.
Never, honey. You belong with me.
I hope you've been settling into Texas well.
It's been nice. I'm adjusting and I've started work. I don't want to stay out of town longer than I have to.
Don't worry about that. Just focus and do a good job. I'll get Mom to leave the house long before you return.
I trust you. Kisses. I miss you so much, honey. I think I'm going to cry.
Why would you cry? Is something going on?
It's so hot here and I just feel so homesick. You're my home, you know?
I'm close to blushing. I really am.
Now, that's a sight I'd love to see.
Did you hear about the kidnapping at the park?
There was a kidnapping at the park? That's awful. What happened?
They woke up.
Hold on a second. Was that a joke?
Yes, here's another one. Why did the bicycle fall over?
I know this one. Because it was too tired.
You don't want to cry anymore, right?
No, I don't want to. Thanks for cheering me up.
That's what I'm here for. Focus on finishing your work well. My arms miss holding you.
Aw, sure. Everything is okay with you, right?
Oh yes, everything is control.
That was too bright. Is there something going on that you're not telling me?
Well, it's not a big deal.
Tell me.
Mom hasn't left yet. She's still around and has been making herself at home in her son's home, which she considers hers too by extension.
Uh-oh. What did you do? How could you let her stay in my absence?
I'm so sorry. You're right. I wasn't tough enough to make her leave. She got all teary-eyed and I softened.
I'm not blaming you. At least, I'm trying not to. She's your mother and you care about her. But she really has to leave today. I am so terrified that if she stays there one more night, she will make herself a permanent fixture, and that will be a nightmare.
She can't stay permanently. She only came with a few things.
Harvey?
Sorry, honey.
Thank you. Your mom may not stay permanently after tonight, but she'll strongly start thinking about it, and asking her to leave would be even tougher. She might even create a huge scene.
That is true. I have an idea.
Go ahead.
I want to tell her that I'm traveling for work, but instead I'll rent a hotel for the night. What do you think?
That plan will take both of you out of the house.
At least she'll be out. She won't stay here without me. I won't let her even if she wants to. And she doesn't know I'm returning tomorrow.
If that's the only way, go ahead and do it. It's a good plan.
Thank you.
I'm just sad that we have to resort to methods like this because of your mother. It's uncomfortable and costs money.
It does, downside of having a mom who doesn't know boundaries. I'll put the plan in motion now.
Okay, catch you later.
I returned from my son's home yesterday evening after a 2-day visit. You weren't there.
Yes, I'm out of town for a few weeks. It's for a big contract for an interior designing project.
Where are you exactly?
Dallas, Texas.
That's pretty far away. Who are you with?
The design team.
What are you working on?
A set of apartments.
So you've been out of town for a few weeks.
That's what I said early on.
Don't you dare get smart with me. If I ask you a question, answer me.
I wasn't trying to get smart with you, ma'am. I was clarifying what I already said.
Whatever. When will you return?
In a week or thereabout.
You cannot say when specifically?
I can't.
Why not? Are you messing with me right now?
Interior designing can tend to be unpredictable. We have a time frame to finish everything, but sometimes we finish later if something comes up.
I know you're betting on something coming up.
No, I'm not. Why would you say so?
You want to spend more time with your lovers. Yes, I know what you've been up to. A woman like you has no value for a man like my son. All you do is hop from one man to the next.
Do you have any evidence of what you're talking about?
What do I need evidence for? I don't need it when it's staring me in the face already. You traveled as far as Texas to meet up with your lovers, and you're covering up with your useless work.
I don't deserve these insults you're hurling at me. Please stop.
I will not stop speaking the truth. My son might view you through rose-colored glasses, but I'm not him. I'm his mother, and I'll protect him from you. I will not let some cheap whore maltreat him and make him unhappy.
I can see that you didn't stop by to check on my well-being.
Why would I care about your well-being? You're nothing to me.
I see.
In fact, you're worth less than the dust beneath my feet.
Interesting.
You're like an insect not worth my time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, my love, how are you feeling?
Much better. It's lunch break now. I went out to eat at that restaurant I like that's close to my office.
Good. Do you still feel nauseous?
Not really. The nausea is subsiding.
Thank God. Soon the morning sickness will be a thing of the past.
Absolutely. This is the part of the first trimester of pregnancy that sucks.
Yeah, if only you hadn't gotten sick on Saturday when Mom came around. We could have kept her in the dark longer about your pregnancy.
She was bound to find out anyway. I'm glad it's out. We hid the news for nearly 2 months. We did well.
I was fuming so hard when she arrived at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Who comes to someone's home at 8 a.m. on any Saturday, uninvited?
Your mother. She nearly ruined the romantic day that we planned to have.
Can't believe that she came with ingredients to make my special food. I hardly enjoy that meal.
Why then did she want to make it for you all of a sudden?
2 nights before that Saturday, she mentioned to me over the phone that she missed having the meal. Then I asked her to make it. I didn't mention anything about me craving the meal. Next thing I know, she's over at my house at an unholy hour trying to make the meal she wants in my home and tagging it my special food.
It's okay, honey. Just breathe. Don't let her get to you.
I tried my best that day to be diplomatic instead of outrightly saying, leave my home. You saw how I suggested places for her to go.
I was there. I saw.
I suggested the water park, Zumba classes, and the golf course. She said none of those places appealed to her. Can you imagine that she brightly smiled at me and said she only wanted to be where I am?
I don't have to imagine. I was there.
Woman, I don't want to be where you are. I just want to be with my wife in privacy. I wish I'd told her like this in blunt words.
You didn't want to hurt her feelings.
Unfortunately, you got sick and had to throw up in the bathroom. Mom got suspicious, so we told her the truth that we're expecting.
She got so mad. I thought she'd be happy. It's her grandchild, after all. She may not like me, but the baby is innocent.
Yeah, she said that at 28 years old, I'm still a baby and too young to be a father.
That part pissed me off so much.
And she said worse things about you. How dare she say the baby you're carrying isn't mine? I lost it after hearing that. I ordered her out of our home.
She saw your thunderous expression and left quickly. Thank you for standing up for me that way.
You are my wife. Of course I'll do that. Have your lunch now. I'll go have mine.
You. It's your fault that my son is giving me the silent treatment. You're an old woman of 33 years old who seduced my baby, and now you're trying to tear our relationship apart. I won't let you. You have no self-respect. You're cheap and you're using my son's youth. Everything about you is trash.
Harvey wouldn't like it if he knew that you were talking to me like this.
The only way Harvey would know is if you open your big mouth and tell him. Even now, you want to hide behind my son instead of facing me squarely, woman to woman. All you do is run to my poor baby for cover instead of facing your fights.
Okay, I've had it with you. Harvey ended up with an old woman like me because of you. He scared off all the younger girls Harvey used to date. He was emotionally distraught and nearly went down the Playboy lane to protect his heart. But I showed up and I stood my ground against you.
You're lying. I believe none of what you said. I know that you'll be returning from your maternity leave in a few days. Don't bother returning to my son's house because it's my house now, and you're not welcome. If you dare to show your face here, I'll make your life a living hell, so you better not return.
Good day to you too. What do you mean by Harvey's house being your house now?
It's exactly what I said. I moved in, and I already made some big changes.
You know the passcode to the house?
Of course. Or do you think I'm stupid? All those times it was just me and Harvey at home? I took note of it when he keyed it in. About those changes I made? You'll hate them, LOL. I redecorated the bedrooms, especially the one you shared with my son. I've taken out all of your things from there, so it's just his things remaining.
What did you do to my things?
That's a fun question. I sold everything, so there's nothing for you to return to. Selling your stuff fetched good money that helped my redecorating endeavor.
No.
Yes, girl. You and that bastard son of yours will not live in this house with me and my son. Once I talk some sense into Harvey, he'll see things my way.
How dare you call Harvey's son a bastard? I can arrange for a DNA test to prove you wrong.
I don't care about a DNA test. Remain in your parents' house that you ran to when the time arrived for you to give birth. You also took my son with you and forced him into an extended leave from work that he didn't want.
Harvey works remotely. His company granted him permission to do so for 3 months.
I don't care. Your days of controlling my son are over. Sweetie, why are you not coming home? I've been waiting.
I stopped by a few days ago and picked up the things I needed, then I left.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming? I must have stepped out. Where did you go?
I have a wife and a child. They're my family. Wherever they are is where I'll be.
Why are you talking like this? I'm your family, the real one. Your home is with me. Come home.
No, Mom, I won't. You hijacked my home, discarded my wife's things, and turned the place upside down? How can I bear to live in a place like that anymore?
It's your home, and I made it better.
I didn't ask you to. Why can't you let me live my life, and why do you treat my family badly? I'm sick of you intruding into my affairs. I have 2 older sisters, and you have 2 daughters beside me. You never bother about them. Channel some of the energy you direct at me at them. They might appreciate it. As for me, I feel so suffocated.
Please, don't say that. You're my whole world.
Find another world.
What is this? Why are my things outside and the door lock has changed?
Oh, is that so?
Don't play dumb with me. You know exactly what's going on.
Okay, let's say I do. It changes nothing. What's done is done.
What's that supposed to mean?
I would expect that since you hijacked someone else's home, you'd change the passcode at least. Why didn't you?
My baby could have had a change of heart and come back unexpectedly when I'm out of the house. I didn't want him stranded. Now explain to me exactly what's going on.
We sold that house. You better take your things and leave quickly, or else security might show up and throw you out.
This is unbelievable. Harvey would never do that to me. Where is he staying?
We got another place that we are never telling you about.
Oh no, I have nowhere else to go. I ended my rental contract in my old house before moving in here. Harvey has to help me. You'll ask him to help me, right? Right? Please?
Harvey couldn't stand to see his mother stranded, so he sent her money to get a new place. She kept calling him continuously and crying that she missed him so much. In those calls, she hurled heavy insults at me and the baby that angered Harvey. The anger gave him the strength he needed to cut her out of his life completely. He still sends some upkeep money, but there's no communication between them at all. As for our family, we are happy and enjoying peace.